Hello there, this is DInfinityX, and today for our podcast speed modeling challenge, I am going to be making Ingenuity's helicopter. Now, in order to do this, we're going to take the default cube and we're going to add a plane. We're going to scale this plane up with S just a little bit, and then we're going to bring it nope, not both of them. I don't know how I managed to select both of them there. We're going to bring just the plane above the cube. And then we're going to go into edit mode with the cube, hit 3. We're going to extrude, right click, scale, and we're going to extrude this up just a little bit. Just as I'm going off some images of the Ingenuity helicopter on my computer. In fact, I think it's a little bit less pronounced than that. So we're going to do that. And then what we're going to do is we're going to give the cube some collision, and we're going to give the plane some cloth physics. Now, if we were just to hit space right now and start the animation, it's just going to balance on top of the cube, and that's not what we want. So in order to fix that, we're going to go into edit mode, which is tab. We're going to right click, hit subdivide. We're going to open up this subdivide menu and crank it all the way to 10. And then we're going to tab out, see how it plays, see if I like it. And unfortunately, that's just not quite where we're at. So let's see if we take the subdivision surface and crank that up to 2 and then play it, if that helps it out a little bit. It does, but not enough. That almost looks like a quilt. That's not exactly what we're going for. We're kind of looking for aluminum foil. So we're going to take this back to 0. We're going to go back into this and we're going to subdivide one more time. And I don't think I want to go full 10. You know what? Let's live on the risky side and go full 10. So we're going to hit play again. And now it's going to go super slow. And hopefully it doesn't clip through the mesh like last time. But we're going to wait until it folds under itself on the bottom. And I'm not quite liking that. That's a little bit too much fluff down there for what needs to be foil. So we're going to pause the animation, we're going to take this back up, and we're going to scale this just a little bit. And we're also going to give it just a little bit more weight. Let's do 1.2. And we're going to hit play again and watch it slowly chug through. It's going to clip through the corners of the cube a little bit, but that's okay. Unfortunately, I think I made it a little too small. So let's take this back. We're going to scale this up just a little bit. We're going to hit play again and see where this takes us. And hopefully this is a decent amount, because what I want to do, I'm liking that right there. It's a little bit cluttered at the end, so let's let it play through some more. I think it might still be just a little bit too big. All right, let's take it back. Right. Let's see. My mouse isn't wanting to cooperate here. Right there is okay, but it's just a little bit too clothy for me, if that makes any sense. Let's play it back one more time here and see what we've got. Once I let it play out a little bit farther. So I want the corners to kind of fix themselves, and I want it to fold back underneath itself one more time here. See if we can get a better look, because I don't want the edges all the way out to the side, and I don't really care if the corners are exposed a little bit. That's fine. I have a way to potentially fix that. So it's folding back underneath itself now. I think that's just a little bit too much. So let's take away that, which really didn't help. I think I just subdivided it a little too much. I think that's the problem. That's a shame. So let's try this. We'll add another one. And the reason I'm not editing this stuff out is because I am kind of doing this for the first time on my own. And I think cutting out all the arrows kind of errors kind of takes away that. Nope, that's not what I want to do. Subdivide. So let's, instead of doing 10, nope. I think that subdivided it once. So let's do it one more time. Yeah. Okay. So same thing. We're going to give this cloth physics, and it's going to, oh, it's going to fall all the way to the floor. We don't want that. Okay. We're going to play it. I don't care if it's a little blocky. But I'm not quite happy with how that folded. So let's bump up the weight here just a little bit. We'll take it back. Yeah, I'm not. That's not exactly the type of bending I want. Let's go into here and we'll subdivide it one more time. And we'll go back to the start and play it one more time. Okay, now it's going a little bit slower. This is somewhat a good, well, I say it's a good sign. I have no idea because nope, it just clipped through the cube. That's not what I wanted, and as it kind of octopuses down out of the area there. I mean, don't get me wrong. Stop. That kind of looks like the mouth of the sarlacc. All right, so that's not what we want. We want to bring this back up. Let's take the weight down just a little bit and see if we can't fix it clipping through the cube here. You know what? I'm actually okay with this. I wish this was a little bit better, but that's okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add the subdivision surface modifier. Did it relatively quick. I'm actually surprised. We're going to bring it up. Let's see. Let's play it for a little bit longer and try and find a good point where everything is kind of right where I need it to be. Instead of trying to do that like that, do it like this with the manual button here. I'm not liking any of those either. That's probably the best we're going to get. Okay, so what we want to do is we want to apply both the subdivision surface. Oh, well, that did not go the way. What did that do? Okay, we're going to undo that. You should probably apply the cloth settings first and then apply the subdivision surface. There we go. Now what we're going to do is we're going to add another cube. We're going to scale it up. And we want to bring this down right to where we want it to be. And then we're going to take the cloth and we're going to add a boolean modifier with the cube 0.001 as the difference, and as you can see, it just vanished. So what we want to do is turn it back, or turn it to fast instead, and then we're going to apply that. We're going to delete that cube, and that looks pretty good right there, other than the edges, but that's okay. In fact, let's see. I'm not going to mess with trying to vertex. I don't know where I was going with that. I'm not going to try and mess and bring those in. I think it'll work as it is. So really quick, I want to add a kind of gold. I know there's two different things. Some look silver, some look gold, but I'm going to go with gold. And we're going to try and make a metallic. In fact, that's actually pretty good right there. A metallic gold for the helicopter there. And we're going to bring this level up just inside of the foil there. Okay, now we need to start making the legs. That was the hard part. I'm going to go very basic on the legs. And we're going to bring this up, and we want to add, I'm going to scale it down too. We want to add a mirror modifier, and we want it to go X and Y. So if I take this way, nope, if I go into tab and take this way, it will duplicate it. And if I do this way, okay, it's duplicating it how I thought it would. So we're going to bring this down to the corner here. And we're going to actually get a good view on it, and we're going to rotate it on the X first, and then rotate on the Y. Now let's do this local. Nope, normal. That's the one I want, because then I can rotate this way, and actually that's looking pretty good there. So we're going to go back to the move. We're going to bring it down and into the base there. And then we want to grab this face, and we're going to extrude out. Actually, we're going to select all of it, and I want to rotate it just a little bit more down. And then we're going to move it back or down. That looks not great, but okay. I'm less happy with this the more I work on it, but that's okay. It's just a prop for the podcast for one little segment. So we're going to go back to this. We're going to extrude it out. We want to go just below the line of the foil there. In fact, nope. We're going to rotate this just a little bit more. And then we're going to move it down back into there. In fact, I'm going to take this face and rotate it. Actually, I didn't need to rotate it. I can just pull it backwards onto itself into the mesh there. There we go. And we can, in fact, bring these up just a little bit more. And then we're going to make the feet. So we're going to extrude this out. We're going to go, not to animation, I misclicked there. We're going to go back to global. And we're going to rotate this. Nope. And none of those are doing what I want it to do. Let's go back to local, normal. That's okay. We can just bring these up here. These aren't going to be very good feet. They're not very accurate to the actual lander, but that is okay. Because it's already been 12 minutes, and I thought I would be done. Granted, I did restart kind of halfway through. So now I'm going to do the... Nope, that's not what I wanted to do. Control Z, Control Z. We want to get out of that first, and then we're going to add and do the propellers. So we want to add a cylinder. We're going to bring this cylinder up. We're going to scale it down. And this is just going to be the main shaft. Like I said, this is just a prop, so I'm not looking for actual detail other than the gold coat on it, and that could have been a little bit better. I might be able to fix that a little bit in just a second. And in fact, I want to make this shaft just a little bit smaller, and we're just going to completely miss the click there. I'm way too far away to be trying to click like that. And then we're going to, let's see, what would be the most ideal way of doing this? I think we're going to add a plane. We're going to bring it up, scale it down, bring it over, and then we're going to take this edge and we're going to, nope, that's not the button I wanted. We're going to take it out, scale it up a little bit, bring it out, and scale it down. And then we're going to take the faces and extrude them up just a little bit. And then we're going to, let's see, it's Control L to select all. Just so I don't have to do this later, I'm going to change these to black. And we're going to invert, and we're going, which is Control I, and we're going to change this to kind of a silvery color. Let's go there and assign that. And then we're going to select this again, do Control L. We're going to Shift Duplicate. We're going to move this way. And then we're going to Shift, nope, that's Shift L. Let's see, Control L, there we go. We're going to duplicate those. we're going to move them up a little bit. And then last but not least, we're going to tab out of that. That doesn't look too bad. We're going to tab out of that. We're going to add another plane. We're going to bring it up to the top. And we're going to go into edit mode. We're going to scale on the X. We're going to extrude up just a little bit. We're going to add a color. We're going to make it grayish. And then we're going to inset. And then we're going to add a new color and make this one blue and assign it for the solar panel. Okay, now let's see if I can't tidy up this by scaling down just a little. You know what? In fact, I really don't need that cube there. So what I can do, if we go back into this and we bring this back up, you know what? That actually works. No, it doesn't. It went all the way sideways. Let's bring it more towards the middle. And then we can go in and we can actually just delete this cube. And there we have the rover, or the Ingenuity helicopter, and we're going to make these the same black as the propellers. And because this is a prop for a podcast, we're going to select all. Actually, no, we don't have to do that. We're going to add one thing. We're going to add a mesh. We're going to add a cube. We're going to bring it down just a little bit. Scale to right about there. We're going to extrude this out. Let's see. I'm sorry, I'm trying to think here. Nope. We want to extrude right there, and we're going to extrude right there. And we're going to select all these faces. Nope. Oh, I'm hitting the wrong button. That's why. I was like, it's not working. I'm hitting the wrong button. In fact, I don't think it's going to work like that. So we're going to inset this. I'm trying to make a traffic light. And since it's only going to be viewable from... Okay, stop. My mouse sensitivity is ridiculous. Okay. And we're going to, now that that's all done, I know it doesn't look like much right now. We're going to take this face, I don't know what it did right there, inset, and we're going to extrude it up. We're going to take these and pull them back. Same with these, and hopefully they intersect a little bit, but that's okay. All right, so we want a new color. So we're going to, this is probably one of the worst ones I've done so far, I can tell, because I'm kind of rambling all over the place. But what we're going to do is we're going to take both of these. No, we only want to do one. We're going to take it, new color. We're going to make this red, assign. We're going to make this, give me just a second. We're going to make this one, okay, I was about to say, I had a brief moment there where I thought I was doing something wrong. We're going to make this one green. And we're going to make this, I didn't apply it. Go me. And we're going to make this one yellow. Now the other thing I want to do, just to make this work, is we can apply the yellow here too. We're going to apply the, nope, we're going to make a new green. And we want to give it some emission. We're going to make the emission color green. And we're going to bring this up. Oh, we already are in that mode. Oh, helps to assign it to. Okay, and then over here we can assign the red. And then we got to make a new red for this one. So we're going to go new. And we're going to pick red. And then we're going to go down. I'm going to assign it so it shows up. And we're going to pick emission of red. We're going to bring that up just a little bit. And then we have a traffic, well, the joke in the podcast was that it was a traffic copter, but now we've kind of made a traffic light copter for the podcast. And I apologize. This was a terrible episode, but I think I got my point across with the prop. In fact, let's save as whirlybird. That's another joke from the podcast, unfortunately. We're going to go to Kirk's Corner, and this is going to have a lot of stuff that's already been in the okay, there we go. In the podcast. Oh, my orientation's all messed up. But I figured I would give a look at what I go through when I am making Kirk's Corner. So we're not going to open recent. We're going to append, and we're going to go down and find... oh, they're not in order. They're in... There we go. And we're going to go to Object, and we're going to select... I should have joined them all. We don't want the camera, but we want all of this except... Helpful if I could click on the right stuff, except the light. You know what? We'll do it in this mode. We're going to scale this down. And then we want to rotate on the Z. We're going to rotate it to right about there. I'm going to bring it over, up. I've completely moved it out of the way. And we're going to move it down just a little bit. In fact, yeah, we'll move it there and we'll go to the rendered view. And I think that looks good. Except for the traffic light. It could be a little bit bolder on the sides, but I don't feel like messing with that. That was something I screwed up when I rendered it. So we're going to save that. I want to go back to the whirlybird and just see if I can... yeah, I kind of messed up when I was doing that. And I don't know if there's going to be an easy way to make this look... Helpful if I clicked on the right stuff. Make this look a little bit better, other than kind of doing something like that to give it some depth. And I guess that would work. All right, but that is it for this chaotic and not very good episode, if I do say so myself. So hopefully you got the podcast. If not, it should be on the YouTube channel yesterday. And we hope to see you live.